Have you ever wished you could be a fly on the wall and hear what your team is saying and thinking about you when you're not in the room? Well, I've got a simple technique to share with you today that allows you to do almost exactly that. Hi, I'm Gary, and for over 30 years I've been helping managers, especially new ones, find ways to make their jobs just a little bit easier. I started this channel to continue to share this stuff. You know, the stuff that gets you through a Tuesday morning when everything just went south. Now, early in my career, I was often puzzled with wondering, what could I do better? What am I doing pretty well already? What do I need to do more of? What do I need to do less of? And I knew that the people who had the best answers for that were the people who I was managing, my very team. They knew what I did well, what I did not so well. But I couldn't just ask them for feedback. It's pretty hard for somebody to give straight, candid feedback to their boss. I had to find another way, and I did. This technique was a game changer for me. It's quite simple. You can do it. I'll show you how. It starts by creating a handout with 3 questions on it. What would you like me to start doing or do more often? What would you like me to stop doing or do less of? And what would you like me to continue to do? Here's how it works. Everybody gets a handout. You can see there's just 3 questions on it. I want you to take it home. I want you to think about it. And I want you to respond to 1, 2, or all 3 of those questions, your choice. And I'd like you to do that in about 48 hours. Now, I want this to be completely anonymous, so don't sign your name at all. Fold it up, put it in an envelope, and put it in this box which I've created for this purpose alone. At the end of the week, I'll gather them all together and I'll take them and read them. I'm not going to track who's responded, so if one or more of you doesn't choose to participate, that's fine as well. Once I've read it all, I will come back to you and I will share with you what I've learned about what you think about what I can do better, what I can do more of, what I can do less of, and so on. Once the deadline has passed and you've gotten all you're going to get, take the feedback and read it. I want you to look for 2 things. First is comments that come up more than once. Themes, I guess I'd call it. They're important because they came up more than once. And also, you might want to take a moment and flag anything that came up that simply confused you and you don't know what it means. With regard to the themes that you've collected, make some decisions about which ones you're going to act on right away. You'll want to share all that information with your team. You're going to share with them pretty much everything you heard, even though you may not choose to act on some of it. The reason you're doing that is because it'll establish your credibility as a person who did read it all. If you leave something out of the report and somebody wrote it, they're going to wonder why you didn't choose to act on it at all. So you want to be thorough in terms of reporting back. Here's what I heard. I learned that there was 3 or 4 things in general that stuck out that you clearly want me to do differently. You want me to stick to the agenda a little better, and I agree with you. Also, I noticed that you want me to stop emailing of you after hours. Now let's suppose you receive a piece of feedback that you just simply don't understand. So how do you find out what it actually meant without exposing who wrote it and having them explain it? Well, the way you do that is you come to the group and you say, you know, one of the things that came up in the feedback was something I really truly don't understand. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to ask the whole group to speculate on what might have been meant by the person who left a comment. I don't want to know who said it, but maybe if you all hear it, you can all kind of speculate on what that person was probably saying. So then you share what you didn't understand with the group, and you allow them to help you understand it. They may not know. So if that happens, you just thank them and move on. Oftentimes, in my experience, the person who did write something that was confusing comes up to me afterwards privately and says, well, that was me, and here's what I meant by that. One last thought. When you're all done, make sure you thank them for participating in the exercise. If you find this technique helpful, please like and subscribe so others can learn about it as well. And I'll see you in the next video.